and I think that the 2023 delivery was a worse experience than the 2019 delivery. To me, in 2023, I would have liked a little bit more of the dealership model and the fact that they will take care of you. All right, hey, you join me in my Model 3, my 2019 Model 3 that I purchased now 3 years ago. And what I wanted to do for this video is basically just talk about the differences between the delivery day on this car in October of 2019 compared to the delivery that we had on our Model Y back in the end of January of 2023. The pickup location both times was in Charlotte in the Matthews location delivery center. And although it's still pretty streamlined, there was a lot of differences between those 3 years of buying a Tesla. So I'm going to go through some of those differences right now. So the first difference is going to be the ordering process. So while the ordering process is mostly the same, you go through their website, you place $100 down. I believe it was $200 down at that point in time. It is no longer refundable, when in 2019 it was refundable. Another thing, once you place your order, you start getting notifications through your email that you sign up with through the Tesla app. You get the notification through email to download the app to finish your process. So you download the app onto your Android or your iOS phone, your Apple phone, and once you go through that, you sign in using your email address and the password that you created when you placed your order. You'll then start getting notifications through the app on everything. So you'll finish your trade-in proposal in there. If you're going to do a trade-in, you'll take pictures of the car. They'll give you a quote of what the trade-in value is going to be, and then once that's all done, it'll adjust the price that you have remaining. Then you tell them how much cash you're going to put down, and then you tell them how much you're going to finance through the app, and you select a bank and do all this stuff. And once you get all this stuff done through the app, you basically get prepared for delivery. They assign you a VIN, and once they assign you a VIN, the car, you're able to actually go get your financing. You're able to get quotes on your insurance if you want. I don't know how it is in other states. In South Carolina, the insurance, you can't actually get it until the day you pick up the car. So it'll schedule your delivery for you, and then you will go to the dealership on delivery day. But you want to make sure you have all the things in the app finished before you do that, because if they're not finished, you might not be able to accept your delivery that day. Now, in 2019, a lot of this was similar. I did not do my own financing then. I did financing through Tesla. So back in 2019, when I placed my order, they didn't tell me to go download the app. I did go download the app at that time. That's only because I knew a lot about the car already and I was preparing. But they didn't tell me to. In 2019, they would text you and you would get a service advisor. And your service advisor would contact you, and it was pretty back and forth pretty often, telling you, what you need to do, what to prepare for. Now you get emails, and the emails send you to videos to prepare, telling you kind of what you're going to do for charging. And then you might get a couple of text messages that there is a message through the Tesla app. So now, instead of being assigned a service advisor, which I guess you are, they are messaging you through the app now. And it's not as quick and easy to go back and forth. So I had a lot of questions for my advisor, and I was not able to actually call them. So based on how much I was going to sell my car, would tell me how much I was going to finance. So that was all up in the air. And I was trying to get a hold of Tesla to get them to tell me some quotes, because I tried quoting 2 different cars. And I couldn't just call Tesla and talk to my advisor. I couldn't, if I text the number, sometimes I wouldn't get an answer until the end of the day. at the very end of the day, and then I would respond back, and it wouldn't be until the very end of the next day that I'd get an answer. So, what I would say, as far as one big difference, is communication to your advisor in 2023 compared to 2019 is way worse. It's very hard to get in contact with anybody at Tesla ever, and everything is through the app, which is one of the things I dislike about Tesla. The next thing was in the actual delivery. So you show up to, you get a delivery time. And I don't know if it's because there was such an increase in demand when they lowered the prices of the Model Y or not, but this time they had like 8 cars lined up in a line, and one delivery guy, I think maybe they had 2 delivery guys, were going through all 8 of you at the same time. So they're not spending much time with you. Now, he did offer to show me the car, but he said since I already own one, I probably don't need it, which makes his job a little easier, which I told him was fine. But I did have some issues with the car, which is why I don't have it at the moment. It's getting painted. That I wanted fixed. And so he told me basically, don't go ahead and accept delivery and place a service ticket, and then say that he approved it, basically, and put his initials in it and everything like that, so that it's basically stating that this was on delivery and that it needs to be fixed for free. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean that they fix it faster, which it should, because if you're buying a brand new car and you're delivering it and you got to put it straight into the shop and not have it for 6 weeks, that to me is another really poor customer service portion. Now, if I wrecked the car and it took 6 weeks because of the body shop, I understand. The fact that I'm picking up a brand new car, it has an issue, and you're going to make me wait 6 weeks. To me, somebody that has an issue like that at delivery should get a little bit of a priority over people who maybe get issues further down the road. That's just my opinion. It's a real bad look on Tesla. You're going to pick up a brand new car and you're without it for 6 weeks, and you're making payments on this on the car. So not happy with that. I think a dealership would have never done that to anyone, because they have their name typically on the building, right? So a dealership is not going to do that. So to me, this experience was pretty poor, considering my 2019 experience was a lot better. And I remember in 2019, people were saying that the experience was worse in 2019 than it was, say, if you bought a Model S in 2017 or 2016. So to me, they're just constantly going in the negative direction when it comes to customer service and customer care. Don't get me wrong, the people at the place are nice. They're just doing what they're told to do. It's very clear that Tesla is the one that has the priority issue with their customers. It's very clear. You can see it in the cars. They keep removing features because they're not being used enough. They're not customer focused. They're cost out focused. That's it. So I got a big problem with that. So so they lined them all up. You got one person. In 2019, when I picked up my Model 3, the car was in a bay. It had lights on it. They show you all this stuff. It's sitting there ready for you. They had 3 bays for you to pick up your cars. I know that they have more people buying cars now, and they go through these bursts. That's probably what they still do when they're not going through these demand bursts when they lower prices. The next difference is a improvement. So now when you buy your car, compared to when back in 2019 at least, the cars are smarter. So you download the app and you just click accept delivery after you've looked at it and everything like that. When you click accept delivery, that car's already tied to your account, right? So the car actually reboots and goes out of delivery mode and goes into the mode for you. Now, if you've had a previous Tesla model or Tesla, and you've got your driving stuff stored on your account using your account through your app, which is available now, the new car automatically goes to all the same settings. So like, say for example, you have an iPhone and you upgrade to a new iPhone. You know how you can restore from a backup of your old iPhone and your phone looks exactly like it did? That's what Tesla does. So if you already had a if you already had a Tesla, you had your settings a certain way, your steering wheel a certain placement, your mirror's already set, your seat position, all your buttons that you can move on your screen. When you get your new car and you click accept delivery, it automatically goes to the main, whoever's key or cell phone it is. And then you still got to set your phone up as a key. But when you set your phone up as a key, that stuff all automatically goes into the thing. And I think actually it was automatically set up as a key, if I remember. At least the account was. It made it very easy to set it up. Another thing was that the car already recognized you, and I just thought that was very neat. Honestly, that's the main differences. Worse customer service, worse customer care, a lot more difficult way if you have a not like very straightforward purchase. It's going to be more difficult than if you were at a dealership. Sure, there's the haggling of the price. You don't have to haggle the price, but I mean, come on. It's Tesla. You could buy a car today, and tomorrow they could be $5,000 cheaper. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's not great either. So, of course, you could be on the other side of that, where you buy it the next day and you get $5,000 cheaper. So yeah, I think there's a balance somewhere in the middle, and I think that the 2023 delivery was a worse experience than the 2019 delivery. So once you've done all this and you've gone through all this kind of annoying thing, I honestly think in 2019 that the online ordering and the no haggling and all that stuff was better than the dealership model. But I have to say, in my experience in 2023, was that the dealership model actually would have been nicer, at least a portion to it, right? The fact that I can't contact when I'm trying to get all these puzzle pieces together in a very quick manner of time, because when I placed my order, they had my car ready in a week and a half, ready to go pick it up. So all of a sudden, I have to take off work because there's not local service centers in South Carolina. I have to take off work to go pick it up. I have to get all my financing done. I have to figure out which cars I'm selling. And Tesla wasn't giving me anything for my car.